Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata 55. As you may remember, Yudhishthira was telling Bhima that they had to time their attack on the Kauravas. Otherwise, it will be like a poor person fighting a rich person, like a weakling fighting with a wrestler, like a young unfledged bird fighting with a full-grown eagle. We have no supporters. I feel that the best thing to do is to wait. We will surely escape from here, thanks to our uncle Vidura. We will go about disguised. Duryodhana will be lulled into false security, thinking that we're dead. When the time comes, we'll rouse him from his dream of peace. By then we will collect friends and support, which will make the Kauravas realize that it is impossible to attempt anything on the Pandavas. I think this is the best course of action. Bhima was convinced by the sensible and very practical view of Yudhishthira. The Pandavas continued to live in that house, outwardly unsuspecting and inwardly dreading the ordeal that awaited them. It was the most terrible time of their lives. Chapter 26, The Burning of the House of Lac. There was a miner who was a good friend of Vidura. He was sent to the city of Varanavata. He came to Yudhishthira and said, "I'm a miner sent by Vidura to help you." He repeated the sentences which Vidura had spoken in Mlecha Bahasha to Yudhishthira. This was a passport into the confidence of Yudhishthira, who had to be careful about everything, especially strangers who professed themselves to be friends. Yudhishthira said, "What does my uncle command me to do?" The miner said, "Your uncle has told me everything about this house. I have been sent to build an underground tunnel connecting this palace with the bank of the river Ganga." Yudhishthira's face registered relief. He said, "Good, I think it is an excellent idea. It must be begun at once." The miner began to build the tunnel, but it was not an easy task. Purochana was in the house always. It looked as though he were waiting attendance on them, but in reality he was keeping an eye on them to prevent them from escaping. The Pandavas knew all this. They had to get him out of the house. Therefore, they spent most of the time outside of the house, wandering in the surrounding forests. They wanted to become familiar with the lie of the land, so they could find their way easily when they would have to escape during some fatal night. They pretended to be interested in hunting. Purochana would be with them. Thus, they succeeded in weaning him away from the house. At last, the task was over. The tunnel had been completed. It was a very big tunnel. The mouth, however, was small. The door to the tunnel was right in the courtyard of the house. It was covered by a costly rug. It was now almost a year since the Pandavas had come to Varanavata. Purochana thought that the time was ripe. He felt that he had gained the confidence of the Pandavas. The miner told Yudhishthira that Purochana had planned to set fire to the house on the 14th day of the dark fortnight, when the world would be enveloped in darkness. Yudhishthira told Bhima, "Bhima, Purochana has decided to burn us in a few days." Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.